We're Dianthus, and we're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I was with Jinxx maybe 3 months ago on a carpet, and we were talking about their new album, and then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, so I've been working with this band producing Dianthus. So I had to go home and like research who this band was, and sure enough, we're right here.
Yeah, finally making it happen. So
Yeah, finally.
finally it's happening.
Finally. But he had a lot of good stuff to say about you guys, and he was super excited to be working with you guys. So I'm really excited to hear about that production process for the debut album.
Yeah, the production process was a bunch of fun. Being the guitarist in the band, like, you know, Jinxx had a lot to offer as far as guitars, like what tools I could use. He was a great help as far as the creative process as well. So it was a blast.
Now, was this the first time that you guys worked with a producer for music? Did you guys do work with a producer with your previous records?
Actually,
Or
no.
singles?
For the singles, yes, we did, because we released Within Hazel Eyes and While We Live, and both of those were actually produced by Jinxx. But this time around, we were working on a full-length album, so we had Jinxx, and we were also really privileged and honored to work with Chad Schlosser, and he was at Drax Studios, Matt Sorum's place, so
Yeah.
it's really cool.
And I also saw, you know, you guys posted a few pictures with Matt himself. Was he involved at all in the process, especially because he's a drummer? Like, did he help you at all, like during your like recording process?
Yeah, he was very helpful as far as, you know, choosing like the right snare sound. He had a huge collection of snare drums. It was incredible, and so we finally settled on the Velvet Revolver snare. So it had a great, bright tone to it. So we're excited for you guys to hear it. Yeah,
That's awesome. So going into the studio for this debut album with Jinxx, since you've worked with him many times before, like how different was the experience this time around? Now that you guys were working on a full body of music.
Well, this time around, you know, working with Jinxx on an album, it felt more organic, you know, like he took the time, like out of his whole day to, you know, spend time with us in the studio and, you know, kind of help us, you know, find our sound. And like I said, the creative process, since Jinxx does a lot of harmonies as well, like, you know, he was able to help us expand in that area. So it's a great time. We really had like a lot of freedom too as well. Like he would give us a lot of, you know, tips and tricks on how to really expand our sound as far as production wise, and even songwriting too. Like we had a blast working with him, because I mean he's done so much great stuff too, like with Bob Rock and all that. So hearing his insight, hearing his sound, and coming in and helping us with that, it was really great. So
what about challenges? Like what kind of challenges did you guys have, like in the studio recording tracks, maybe trying something different? Maybe your vocals, like did you do anything that was like way out of comfort zone? Like
well, actually some challenges, I'd say, you know, the funniest thing is finding tone, like guitar tone, the best guitar tone. But, you know, we came up with some really good cleans. I used my Schecter Hellraiser Hybrid for most of the distortions. And so, yeah, just doing that, you know, finding the tone, you know, that's pretty much the most challenging thing. But vocal-wise, he was able to do a few, you know, cool effects. I won't go too much into that. Very excited for that. But vocally, you know, gotta stay, you know, hydrated, of course.
Yeah,
so.
definitely.
Yeah, we had some fun with the keyboards too. Like we really experimented with our gothic side, I would say, and we had a lot of fun times jamming out some really cool, like really creepy sounding keyboards. So you'll find some sneak peeks of those peeking through the heavy metal. So.
I'm glad you mentioned gothic side, and I'm sorry I'm gonna put you on the spot for a little bit. But how do we go from cheerleader to the gothic side and, you know, the metal side of music? Like how does that spectrum, because I mean when I was in high school those were two completely different people. So how does that coalesce?
I mean, yeah. Well, it's the edgy factor, you know. It's a challenge. That's what we've always loved, you know. You know, whether it be like metal, even progressive rock. Like I actually started out loving Rush, and I still love Rush and Tool and all those bands. So just hearing like the progressive time and like the crazy, you know, metal-esque elements with even Avenged Sevenfold. A lot of inspiration there, and it really drove us. And it's funny because when we were in cheer, you know, like nobody expected that, but it was our outlet in high school for sure. It was like a release. It was a healthy release for us. So
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Now listening, like when the album finally drops and we listen to it, what can we maybe expect? What is the sound? Who is Dianthus on the debut album?
Dianthus, it's our debut, so it's a big mix of everything. Like, it's not all going to be crazy heavy songs, We've got a few ballads, we got some soft songs. So just, stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast. You're going to find a lot of aggression too with some of the drumming and stuff. It was really exciting writing all the drum stuff, but a lot of aggression, a lot of passion too. We got like a lot of heartfelt stuff too as well, because we actually we started off playing classical piano, so we have a lot of those influences peeking through as well. But a lot of aggression, a lot of upbeat, high energy prog rock. So.
So you mentioned piano, but what about like the drums and like guitar and vocals? Like, did that all like just come naturally for you guys? Did you guys take any lessons with that? Like, is that something that you guys are still constantly like learning? Obviously, like.
Oh, totally, yeah. I go on and off, I did take lessons in the past, and for now I'm mostly self-taught. So, just listening to new bands, listening to new metal bands especially, that's kind of, what drove us essentially. We like the challenge, so that's what Dianthus is. It is, yeah. Our songwriting process, it's different every time for each song, but we originally started out with 14 tracks, and like we're picking the best 10 out of those, so. But it was a lot of fun writing the songs because, sometimes I'll come up with a cool like drum beat and stuff, or drum fill, and she'll fill it in with her guitar, and we got this really cool sound. So really excited for you guys to hear it. Yeah.
That's awesome. And where are we at today with the record? Is it done? Are you guys still working on some stuff?
We are in the mixing phases.
Nice.
So we're so stoked. We're waiting on pins and needles too. Like, we're so excited to get it out for you guys. So mixing process.
Right. Now you guys are currently wrapping up a little mini tour that you guys did, the Trick or Treat tour, and you guys have new members for this tour. Are these tour members? Are these new band members? Like, what is the deal right now?
Well, these are members we're currently working with. We're jamming with them, and they're helping us out a lot because just being a two-piece, you don't of course get that full sound that we are.
Right.
So just working with these guys, really helps us to sound that full.
Right.
So. Right. And it's really cool too because we're actually from California, and the other guys, one's from Arizona. We have London McCuffey, and we have Zach Smith, so he's from Wisconsin. So yeah, it's been really great, and this is actually like our first time working with guys too as well. So yeah, full band.
How did you guys go about getting them to play with you guys? How did you guys first find out about them?
That's the beauty of social media. Yeah, nowadays, we're honestly really blessed to have that platform because it makes things so much easier to find people, Right. So, Facebook, Instagram, all those are great tools for new musicians.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can really utilize social media too, and you could find people with your similar influences as well. So we're very fortunate to find these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
So what else can we expect for you guys aside from the record, aside from the tour that's going on right now? You guys have a show at Chain Reaction with a buddy of mine, Davey Suicide. What else can we expect? What's going on?
Well, actually, we have another upcoming short run of a tour in December. We'll be playing the Viper Room as well on December 28th, and we hope to be back here at the Slidebar.
You guys are just wrapping up that little mini tour that just happened. What has that experience been like for you guys, since this is the first time that you guys are actually touring together?
It's been a cool vibe for sure. I know that each of us rehearsed with the twins individually, and but as soon as we got in the room all together, all four of us, it was pretty instant where everyone's locked in solid. And I'm sure.
It's been a ton of fun so far. So just the more shows, the more fun. It's great.